Firstly, congratulations for a historic India's 7 medals. It is the all-time best India's record. Your first comment about India's historic achievement in Tokyo Olympics.
I think it's always a wonderful feeling that when the country does well, and yes, first time they got the maximum medals, and I wish that now next time we really move faster. The Paralympic people have set an example. The Paralympic athletes have set an example for Summer Olympics. So I think we should take a cue out of that and maybe try and better what has been done in Japan. So good luck to all the athletes who won the medals and also who participated. Even participating in Olympics is also a big thing. So I'm really happy with the performance of everyone.
First time a gold medal in athletics, that was historic. Neeraj Chopra, a word about him, as well as winning first gold medal in athletics.
I think that was the moment. I think I met him on the day and we were there. I was coming from the boxing after the medal at boxing also. That was a lucky day. We had 2 medals, and what a medal, gold medal in Olympics, and the throw he did and the way his reactions were, you could make out from sitting in the galleries that he's done it. So that was a proud moment, and when the Indian flag went up, these are the moments we go for. That was the only occasion when the Indian flag went up in the Tokyo Olympics. It's a proud moment.
It's a proud moment. Also hockey, after 41 years, we have won a medal in hockey. You're very, very attached to hockey. So a word about Indian hockey team, the historic moment, and what did you feel when you were there and India won that medal after 41 long years? We had to wait.
No, I think it's very difficult to express the feelings in 1 or 2 words. The moment they won and the match got over, I just rushed onto the ground, even though there are certain protocols which forbid me as president of the International Hockey to do that, but my emotions went overboard and went and met everyone on the field. It was a proud moment, and I think all the athletes, whether it is men or women, gave their best, and the performance was, I think, it was a lifetime experience which one saw on the field over there. So it was one of the best experiences I've had. And my lifetime ambition or aim is that if we can lead India to a gold medal before I leave this world, if India can get that, I'll be the happiest person, I'll say. In hockey, I'm talking about.
So, what have been the reasons for India's success?
This program, which has been started by a Prime Minister maybe about 5 years ago, this Khelo India, then university games, now the school games are being revived. What we had lost in India in last 20 years was that the pyramid structure was not building up. It was only left up to the federations, and there was very little support coming from either central government or state government at that time, which has started coming in a big way in last 5 years. And I can assure you, you will see the results coming out in 24 and 28, because now you have more athletes and many more athletes to pick up from, choose from. And if you see, national records in individual sports are being broken quite frequently because more and more people are coming into the system. So if the system continues and the system is now allowed to become part of the training program, I can assure you that India will be a superpower in sports in coming 10 years' time.
What will be your immediate aim and target, say in the next 1 year, 2 years, 3 years?
Right now I'm focusing on Asian Games, that is qualifying or ranking points for some tournaments like hockey. It's a qualifying. If you win, you are in Olympics. Then for certain events, there are qualification points you get for Olympics. Then there are Commonwealth Games also coming up. You have to see which sport gets good competition in that. So why not give them a chance?
So what will be IOA President's blueprint for the Paris Olympics as well as Los Angeles?
No, we are already discussing with the federations. We know who are the probable federations who are certain to get medals in Paris, and who are on the edge, who can, if pushed properly or organize things properly, can get to that level. So we are working with all of them. Right now, you see, we participate in 18 sports and we had 129 athletes. So I would like to increase the number of the sports we participate. When you say number of sports, I would go by a qualification route or a direct entry route rather than a quota route. A quota means you are nowhere because the country is entitled to a quota. I am against a quota thing. We should be so good that we qualify on merit.
Whether India in Commonwealth Games, India could have got a little bit more competition than Asian Games. So, what is your thought about it?
See, it's not competition. India, men and women, I think both would be playing. Men, I am certain. I don't know if there are chances that women, there are a few dropouts. So, women team might also play in the possibility, not sure, in the FIH Pro League.
Okay.
So, you get 16 high quality matches, high intensity matches with top nations in the world. So, in Asian Games, you have only Australia, which India, who is higher ranked than India.
In Commonwealth Games.
In Commonwealth Games.
Yes.
I think the quality of games you will get in the Pro League
Will be much better.
all the games will be high intensity.
Will not the hockey players be deprived of that cash prize?
I think that's your journalist thought perception. Athletes play for the country and for the flag. They don't play for money. Let me tell you that.
Okay.
The committed athlete will always say, I will do anything for my country and I'm going for the honor of my country. Now they get not only the award, people have been awarded by their state governments, by so many people after they won a medal and the women finish fourth, or other athletes also. So performance always gets rewarded.
Okay.
What is the aim? Do we qualify for Olympics, or we do look after another maybe 25 lakhs or something?
Okay. Now, with a depleted team, if the hockey teams also do not go to Commonwealth Games, and shooters are of course not there, what is the point of India actually participating in Commonwealth Games?
See,
our medal tally will come down.
I'll say then you will come to a question, what is the idea of playing in SAF games? See, these are some understandings which countries or group of nations have over in the world body. So I should not be opposed to that. These are government decisions because the support which comes from government is enormous. Maybe cricket survives on its own. No other sport can survive without government support. And if it's a government policy decision that the teams have to go, they have to go. As simple as that.
If India has to really become an Olympic nation, it has to win more and more medals. Apart from that, the infrastructure and as sporting culture, what is your blueprint of India finally hosting an Olympics in India?
I don't see it as a problem now. I think 32 has already gone to Brisbane, so 32 is out. We will certainly be trying for 36. 36, maybe I won't be there, so we'll have to make out some team with government and everyone who can take it up to 36, because I may have to leave in next 4 or 5 years. So somebody else will have to take over. 36 is certainly because I know for sure, I read some interview from IOC that the viewership from India was, I would say that the statement was read that seeing the kind of viewership in India, why should India not be hosting the 36 Olympics? But that interview does not give India right that there is a committee, there is a panel, there is discussion which happen. I think it's high time India bid for Olympics. You've done Asian Games, you've done Commonwealth Games, so the only big ticket game left is Olympics.
Sports code, it's one of the issues.
Sports code is not such a difficult thing which people would say that it's difficult to follow. Because
how much of it has already been followed?
I have already read the sports code inside out. It was only I who fought the case, and the sports code got implemented in 2008. The case reads Narendra Batra versus Union of India. So that's when the sports code was implemented. So I know the sports code inside out. I just would like some corrections to be done in the sports code which makes it a little bit more friendly and flexible. See, it's good when right now we have enjoyed the best relationship with the ministry, SAI, everyone.
The coaches of hockey teams, their contract were till this Olympics. Will that be renewed?
No, we have sent it to the government to renew. We are just awaiting the approval. That's all.
Both men's and women's hockey. Everyone's, because we are a fabulous.
It's awaiting approval since October 2010. I think that's where government and SAI are going not slow but painfully slow.
Okay.
and it does affect the mindset of the coaches. Yes.
Mindset of the coaches, but you'd be glad to have them back.
No. We have already decided we are going to have them back. There's nothing. They've done nothing wrong to be anything said about it, but it's being delayed. Whether it's the trainers, whether it's the coach, whether it's the analytical coaches, it's very difficult to get good people. So I hope sooner it happens, better for everyone.
Better for everyone. On that note, thank you so much for talking with us. Thanks a lot, sir. Thank you.